Hi, everyone. I'm Josie Badger, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. Um, this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart as an advocate for people with disabilities, as a person with a disability, and as a business owner. And more recently, a lobbyist for improving employment outcomes and opportunities for people with disabilities. So quickly, I wanted to share with you some of the newer legislation that has been passed that has improved opportunities for people with disabilities, particularly in Pennsylvania. And I also wanted to mention about some of the opportunities that people with disabilities and allies have in improving those opportunities as well. So on a federal level, there are pieces of legislation such as the Ticket to Work, which allows for opportunities for people who receive Social Security to try out work to see if it works for them, providing them time that is not counted towards their benefits and their eligibility cliffs. There are pieces of legislation such as ABLE accounts, which I hope you all know about, but it allows people who are getting benefits to put money into an account, an ABLE account that is what we call sheltered from benefits. So that money doesn't count towards affecting somebody's eligibility for Social Security or Medicare, Medicaid. And then the Affordable Care Act, which has allowed individuals with disabilities to potentially receive their employer's insurance without being disqualified because of a disability. And then here in Pennsylvania, more recent legislation has been Work Opportunities for High School Students with Disabilities Act. That was 2016. So yes, a few years ago, but this ultimately allowed kids in high school to be working with the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation with an emphasis placed on ensuring that they have paid work, not just volunteer, not just learning job skills, because we know that over all of the options that there are for youth to gain job skills, paid work experience while a kid is in high school increases their chance of having long-term paid employment by at least 6 times. Let me say that again. Kids who have paid work while in high school are 6 times more likely to have paid work once they graduate, and that's for kids with or without disabilities. The next one that I want to mention is the Employment First Pennsylvania Act, and this really ensures that all of our state agencies and the businesses, entities that are funded by the state work to employ people with disabilities and to at least eliminate barriers that prevent people with disabilities from having paid employment. And that the first goal for all people with or without disabilities are paid integrated jobs. So jobs that are paying at least minimum wage and are in an integrated setting with people with and without disabilities. And then the most recent in this set of legislation is workers with job success. So Pennsylvania has had medical assistance for workers with disabilities since the 90s. And that allows individuals who receive medical assistance to be able to work and earn more and still be eligible for medical assistance and home and community-based services or waivers. What this new bill that will begin hopefully at the end of this year will do is allow them to work even more, get paid even more, and be able to have assets, which means more than just $10,000, more than one car, potentially more than one house. So for the first time, if an individual is eligible for mod workers with job success. They will be able to have a savings. They'll be able to maybe be landlords, which was never possible before. And now there is also further opportunity for them to get married, which for benefits has been a barrier for a long time. You may know that if an individual who receives benefits gets legally married, then the income of both them and their spouse is counted, and often individuals either receive fewer benefits or lose benefits altogether. And so with this advancement of mod workers with job success, individuals will be able to save more and earn more and not lose those life-sustaining supports. Something I will say about this, though, is all of these. The first bill, the work opportunities for high school students with disabilities, employment first, and workers with job success are all Pennsylvania bills that were supported, developed, written, lobbied for by the United Way of Southwestern Pennsylvania and the hashtag I Want to Work campaign, which is one of their projects. That means that these are only happening in Pennsylvania. But I think something so important that I want you all to see is that these bills were written, supported, and lobbied for by people with disabilities. And so there are ways that all of us can and probably should get involved in advocacy, because these bills demonstrate that we can make a difference. We can change our futures and the future of other people with disabilities' lives. A few other bills I want to mention that are also based out of Pennsylvania there's a brand new bill that's a disability inclusion education bill that will allow education about disability rights, history, all of that to be taught in mainstream education. Right now, it is just a pilot project, but this is a huge step forward and a step that other states have not taken. That was also written and lobbied for by people with disabilities. There is the Family Care Act that is to support individuals who are caregivers or who experience needing to have surgery or a major accident to take time off to care for or others or heal from an injury. It is not passed yet, and we'd love your support. But